And we start the 10 with breaking news from New York City. Chaos as police move in on those pro-Palestinian protesters that have taken up residence on the campus of Columbia University.
The NYPD now trying to break up encampments and remove protesters occupying campus buildings. We want to get right over to Sharon Roger, who is in the newsroom with the very latest. Sharon?
Yeah, Andrew, Jim, after days of protest, the NYPD reportedly received a notice tonight from Columbia University administration authorizing officers to take action and break up this protest that has captured the nation's attention for weeks now. We want to show you live pictures from Columbia University. You can see a huge police presence, a very chaotic scene that about an hour ago started with police officers breaching the building, the Hamilton Hall. Well, a lot of those protesters were barricaded inside. We saw a lot of those protesters holding hands outside of the building. This is video of police officers actually using a Bearcat to get through the window of Hamilton Hall, because as you can imagine, there were a lot of protesters blocking some of those entrances there. Huge police presence. This is the first time after weeks we're actually seeing NYPD allowed to come on campus to create some kind of control here on campus for the administration, giving them that call. Now, of course, the police in the last 45 minutes have also entered Hamilton Hall systematically, person by person, making arrests. We have seen a dozen people or more arrested from this building. There are a number of buses that are assigned in this area that these people are being loaded onto. They have what looks like zip ties around their hands as those students were given a warning to disperse. Many of them did. A lot of them have stayed outside that building, many of them inside Hamilton Hall. But again, a huge police presence there in Columbia University trying to get some order as they try to, again, get all the students out. Mass arrests happening, a number of buses. Now, we also want to show you the contrast between what's happening at Columbia University and what has sparked at universities across the nation. Here, of course, a much different scene at George Washington University. You're looking here at the bottom right of your screen, George Washington encampments that have been going on for days now. This is day number 6. Pro-Palestinian students from universities around the D.C. region leading this protest. What they are asking for is for, of course, a ceasefire. They are calling it a genocide of what is happening in Israel and what they're seeing with the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. They have this makeshift tent city set up along the university yard. This is 8th Street. Today, there were calls from, in fact, Congress for D.C.'s mayor and the police chief to clear the block of 8th Street that's been claimed by the protesters and to assist GW in dismantling the encampment in its quad. But again, GW protests, a very peaceful, no police presence. These encampments been going on for about 6 days. Top right of your screen, you can see that entrance there is Columbia University, 114th Street. That is where NYPD, as we've been watching over the last 45 minutes, people have been just coming out, arrested, zip-tied, taken into buses. So a very different scene, as you can see, through these campuses. But let's go back to Columbia, because we want to show you a different vantage point as to what we are getting into it right now. Again, this is that gate that we were talking about on 114th Street when officers are going inside and actually taking people out. I just got a statement from Columbia University. I want to read part of that to you. They said at 9 p.m. this evening, we made the decision to restore safety and order to our community. We regret that protesters have chosen to escalate the situation through their actions. They say the leadership team, including the Board of Trustees, met through the night and into the morning consulting with security experts. And they say, we believe that the group that broke into and occupied the building is actually led by individuals who are not affiliated by the university. Sadly, this dangerous decision followed more than a week of what had been productive discussions. We severely curtailed the number of people, and the decision to reach out to NYPD was in response to the actions of the protesters. So again, this is a chaotic scene. And what we're not seeing is a lot of people outside the university on the streets of New York in solidarity with these protesters. You see a lot of flags waving and whatnot. So as for President Biden, by the way, the White House put out a statement today condemning any violence on the part of protesters. We are continuing to monitor these protests at Columbia, at GW. We'll bring you more updates throughout the night. Jim.
All right.